So I'm trying to talk about real quick some tips on how to not get sick. I got like 8 tips here, and this is just something that's been working for me. I, thankfully have not been sick in a long time, or just in a while. And I used to struggle with being sick, getting colds, catching colds constantly, 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 constantly. You could ask my mom. Always struggling with having a cold. So these are things that have helped me stay healthy and not be sick. Because I used to be sick all the time. So the first thing I can say is drink lots of water, too much water. You know what I'm saying? Not too much water literally, but too much water is the way to look at it, just in terms of like how much fluid you want to have going through your body, just to make sure that it's moving all the mucus through. That's the main thing for water, is to make sure mucus is flowing through, and it just makes you feel so much more revitalized when you drink a lot of water. So that's one crucial thing. So that's one thing. And then the second thing is lots of fruits and vegetables. The reason being is because fruits and vegetables have for us fiber and vitamins, and those are the most important nutrients that we could have for our body, is fiber and vitamins. So those are just the most important things we can have for the most part. Essential fatty acids are important and protein is important, but in terms of like micronutrients, that isn't maybe essential fatty acids, if that's a micronutrient. Not actually sure, but vitamins and fiber are very important. So having those, lots of those, is very important. That comes from fruits and vegetables. And so the third thing would be a diet high in protein, fibrous carbohydrates, aka complex carbohydrates. So basically, aka plants, fruits and vegetables. And any plant like beans. All plants are great. Rice are great for the body. And also fats that are strictly unsaturated fats, that aren't saturated fats, because we want fat for essential fatty acids, which comes from unsaturated fats. We don't want to eat fat for just fat or for saturated fat. We want to have essential fatty acids. That's the only reason we eat the macronutrient fat. So we want to make sure that we get the essential fatty acids from our food. And so that moves us on to our fourth thing, which is 6 to 9 hours of sleep. Having a full amount of sleep is so crucial. Like just sleeping as much as you can is the most crucial thing. It's just really important. Just not as much as you can, because you can sleep too much. But sleeping 6 to 9 hours is a great amount for every human. And so it just keeps your body revitalized and healthy. The next thing would be, the fifth thing would be sleeping with your circadian rhythm. So sleeping early in the night and waking up at a good time in the morning, earlier in the morning. If you're sleeping late at night, you're just messing with your body's natural cycles, and it's not going to be very healthy for you. I've tried it. I just remember being a kid, the first time I ever pulled an all-nighter as a kid, I got sick the next day, and I was like, wow, these two are definitely linked. And I've just realized now that it doesn't even have to be an all-nighter. It can be going to bed at 2 a.m., 1 a.m., 3 a.m. that can cause that type of disruption for my body, at least. So I can just say that if that's one thing, if you're sick right now, or if you don't want to be sick, just one thing you can do is try to get to sleep earlier, along with these other things. So that takes us on to our sixth thing, which is probably the biggest thing, honestly, that has helped me out, to be honest, that I could see that just like it's such a big change, because all these other things like I was already on top of before I started really noticing not being sick for real. So this last thing is intermittent fasting, and that is simply, it comes down to even just 12 hours a day. Not even a day, just maybe even like 2 times a week, or 1 time a week is fine, or 1 time every so often. I do it. I typically get like 12 hours in throughout the night between my dinner and my breakfast. So that's how I get that in every night. But I also fast throughout the day twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays. So that's something that I do for my health. And so that just is one thing I can say that definitely was a big change that I noticed, because fasting has all the benefits that detox you of the vitamins that you, not just of the vitamins that you can absorb, but also anything that is toxic in your body. It's just detoxing you, and it just resets your body, gets those ketones flowing. I think those are really important things that help me get a lot better, a lot healthier. So that's one thing I can say is fasting is definitely, I think, the thing that helped. The next thing I can say that definitely probably isn't really important is exercise. Cardio is great because it gets you sweating, gets your blood pumping, your heart pumping. It gets your respiratory system working, so it's really good. And so that's really nice. Cardio, running, jogging, if you can do it, it's great. Walking at the very least. I go on a walk/jog every morning, and it's really great. It started out as just walking, and then I wanted to start jogging one of the miles, so I started jogging one of the miles. So that's just how it is. So that's a thing, you know what I'm saying? I do that every morning. And so then that also brings us to strength training, which strength training is great too. You know, building your muscles and putting all those nutrients to your muscles it's a really good way to help, you know, get your body to be active and just, I don't know if metabolic is the word, but just get your body active and really like working and just focusing on building itself and your immune system as well. So that's really important for your muscles and for your health is strength training. And I think it's really good to help you stay from getting sick, as well as cardio and walking. And the last thing I can say, which is kind of like, it's a I put maybe is what I would call it, but I mean, it's kind of like a given. It's basically, I put supplements like vitamin D, vitamin C, multivitamin without iron, because you can overdose on iron, and you typically get a lot from your food, which you get a lot of other things from your food too, which is what I'm about to say. But and also fish oil. So basically, which is just essential fatty acids. So basically, all supplements you can basically, I'm already getting from my high protein, high fibrous, complex carbohydrate, high essential fatty acid diet. I'm already getting that, and anybody else is too that's eating a diet like that. So basically, it's almost like just vitamins are just a bonus. I think they're pretty healthy, especially if you fast, so you're clearing out anything that you're not absorbing. I think it's just a bonus for your health, but I don't think they're too necessary. And I think you could do all the other things and I don't think you need supplements to not be sick. I think you just need to do basically the other things, all the other things in this list, all the other 7 things. So that's what I can say. That's just some things that have helped me out, not get sick for a while. So yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and make that real quick and let me know what you think. Let me know if this helps you. I just want to, help anybody out. I know all of us can get sick, so I just want to help anybody out that, want some 8 tips, because I'd love something like this whenever, I was really getting sick often. And these are the things that, I keep in my life to help me not be sick, and the things I would do if I were to be sick right now. So let's get it. 100. Let's get it.